morning and a very warm welcome to this automation practice group. A big thank you to Auto-Recommendix for supporting today's event.
We are effectively automating through machines what humans would otherwise do, and that is, it's important to recognise, if you like, the impact that's had on all industries and will continue to have on the manufacturing industry, but also in financial services.
I think we're still in our very early stages in terms of sort of operational automation, and I think I'm probably jumping a little bit ahead here, but in terms of automating decisions in the market, wider business processes, I think, well, we've certainly identified that actually you do need to extend RPA out into an actual application-focused solution, which is where low code is kind of giving us that value.
People are freeing up their diary for it, rather than it was always the meeting that was declined. That one was the one that we won't attend. People can now see the benefits. And I think I'm a slightly different opinion. I think COVID has brought it to a head, because managing people in so many different locations, it's invisible, isn't it? So much you can't just peer at somebody's desk and see what's going on, and if someone's not well or in hospital.
I think the business environment as well has a lot to do with it. You know, we're in a hard market at this point in time, so you know, from our perspective at Chubb, we've made a number of different, we've put a number of different key people into really important positions for us, and we've really seen that drive this engagement on how do we digitize and how do we automate, and the hard market we're in is really helping with that as well, because I think, as Dawn said, people can't be running at 140% continuously. So you know we've got a lot of engagement there as to say, right, how can we help? How can we get our processes more efficient? How can we get our better systems in place so that it helps our people out as well? So I think it's a combination of a number of things.
COVID has driven people towards digital, and towards more of an understanding of what technology can do. I think, you know, some of the newer generation of underwriters won't want to go back to the old days, but I do wonder if some of the people who are slightly longer in the tooth might want to. Data
goes without saying. I could put up any chart on data growth in the past decade from any number of different analysts. They'll all show you an exponential growth rate. So roughly doubling, almost doubling every 2 years. You know, if you look at that in the context of a 10-year 2020 to 2030, then that's 32 times more data processed by your organisation than would be today. And already organisations are struggling under the scale of some of the data that they're dealing with today.
That's probably the next step for us, which is how do we democratise and have the business bring ideas to us, and develop their own ideas, but actually how do you have effective governance in place so that you don't get key man dependencies on citizen developers building kind of isolated solutions that doesn't necessarily have the same level of robustness that the COE deliveries have, and that's kind of our next step, really, I think.
So with that, thank you very much, folks. Stay safe, and we'll send you some details this afternoon following today's event. But thank you very much indeed.
No, thank you.
Great.
Thank you very much.